What have you done?
Me?
Yeah, you. What is all that?
I went shopping.
You got just one or two things?
Just a few.
Well, you got to show us now.
Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Rock and Roll Resale. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Gretchen, and behind the camera is Brett. And I'm going to go over some of, but not all, of everything that I found at the bins the other day.
Giant haul we just saw. This ought to be good.
There's some things that are just not as exciting. Things that I add to collection, like Monster High dolls, toys, and various shoes and bags, that kind of stuff, which is kind of boring. So I'm just going to start off with a couple items. Actually, I went to the thrift store yesterday, so there's a couple items from the thrift store yesterday that I'll start off with, which would be these.
And you went to a new store? Yes,
went to a new store, and at any rate, these are still in the package, and they comped out probably $10 to $15 each, and they were $2. So pretty easy.
With Hot Wheels and
Twisty Girls.
Twisty Girls.
Yeah,
huh.
I mean,
But they're
pretty
easy to ship.
Four shots, you're done.
Cool.
Bada bing, bada boom. The other item that I found was two of these. It was two of the Thomas the Train. Again, they were a couple bucks each. These went for a little bit more. These are going for about $22 each.
Are those plastic or die cast?
They are wood.
Really?
None of the above.
Neither.
Real wood. So, anyway.
Wood is good.
There's that. Okay. I've mentioned before, and I think I've talked about it. I've mentioned it. I got these at everything now, from now on, well, most, is from the bins. I've talked about vintage stationery. Whenever I find loose cards or even an old pack of thank you cards, these may not be vintage, but they're older. They're still brand new in the pack. And it's a cute dog. Dogs always sell. I'll end up probably batching these two together as a lot and selling them. And then I also found this stationery at the bins, still sealed.
What are those on there? Here.
These are actually, here's the thing.
Are they
it's
elves?
Fabric covered.
What is it?
Stationery. It's, Hummel.
Oh.
That's a pretty well-known brand.
Yep.
So, yeah. At any rate, I just wanted to touch on that again. Moving on, I have found, I'm kind of, as you know, I'm kind of big time into the games, vintage games. Sometimes what I'll do is if I find games that are rare and I open them up and there's clearly, it's like, okay, the board is trashed or it's missing a component or the box is just not.
They're almost never complete.
Yeah.
You have to figure they're not. I mean,
exactly.
If you get the whole game, you're lucky.
Yeah. So what I did with this guy, it's Monopoly. The Monopolies resell really well. I grabbed the instructions and I grabbed all of the accessories that were in a box. And I didn't keep the board and I didn't keep the box, but I took all the pieces and the properties and I'll lot them up. Same with this Marvel Heroescape. I comped it out and the Heroescape, it really wasn't going for very much. And I know it was incomplete. So again, I took the pieces out and it's, the characters. I'll just pull one out. But,
Oh, because the regular Heroescape we've got, which we need to list.
Well, I already listed it.
Oh, you did?
But this, I mean, if it was primo, it's probably worth maybe $30. I just didn't want to go through the whole thing. I'll probably sell these for $20. And same with the other lot. I'll probably sell it for $20.
Cool.
Someone will need the parts somewhere. Someone somewhere. And then we've got this guy.
Nice catch.
I saw that, well, I could tell it was real leather. And I saw on here that it was triple stitch, genuine leather, the laces on top.
Lined, yep.
There's a number 2447. I did find one comparable, 2444, that's currently selling for $60.
Now that has Ted Williams' name on it.
But this has Ted Williams' name on it. Now it's not his autograph.
Oh, but right here.
So I don't know if you can see that, but
he's a baseball player.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
Yeah.
That he's not a football.
And a football player, apparently.
He may have played football too.
He did. There's some cards.
Okay.
There's some cards out there
player
that have him as a football player and then MLB cards as well. So
we'll
see.
He was a hell of a baseball player.
Yeah. So and who's the other one? Bo knows.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
They're a little bit of a different era though.
Well, okay. So I'm going to pull
Bo's
up.
from the 80s.
The reason why I'm on my phone, I'm sorry, is I found this sewing machine in the bins. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, it's old. The case, it's a wood case. And I went to look at it. I pulled it up and the bottom dropped out. And it was heavy. I mean, I'm thinking it had to be like 25 pounds.
Heavy metal?
Heavy metal. So I'm like, eh. And then I looked at it. I'm like, well, maybe I can take some of the parts off. I'm like, well, I don't have a screwdriver with me. Anyway.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah.
So out of that deal, what I did end up grabbing was the pedal that goes with it.
Huh.
That operates it. So this is the pedal that...
Look at that old plug.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
This is the old plug.
How old is that, you think?
Oh, this has got to be from the 50s.
Okay.
I would say 50s, late 40s, early 50s.
It's from a singer?
It's on here. It's standard, which I think is a part of White. But
okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I've heard of White.
Please. I mean, hey, if you have any comments or questions,
comment
please
below.
Comment and also subscribe too. But this was $1, so I'll be able to get 25 out of it. Easy.
All right.
I saw this guy, and this is my bad. I have 2 fails. This is the first one.
Oops.
It's a Briar Farms. They do
$3.
really well. Yep. I didn't pay $3 for it though, because I was at the bin.
Yeah.
So it was probably about $1.
You can see it's cracked right
It's
there.
cracked.
And here.
And there's a shingle missing. The key about the Briar is that I didn't realize that the doors were missing.
Oh, me neither.
So if the doors weren't missing, I would have sold it and disclosed the damage, but it's not going to be worth anything.
So the garbage.
The garbage it is.
I could probably recycle it. It's missing the doors here too.
Yeah, so bad. Okay, so... Okay, Henry...
I think you call that a triple fail.
Yeah, Henry Margu. Okay, I had to talk about this really quick, and then I'll keep going. In the box...
You should wear that.
Right? Oh, I'm not wearing it. Okay, in the box, in the original tissue paper, I pull it out, and I'm like, okay, typically... I'm like, okay, I mean, I'm not going to put this on. Typically, these do really well, because this is a well-known brand. That's why I grabbed it. But then when I opened it up... Okay, remember Christmas Vacation?
Yes.
And the guy is, where's my stogie?
Oh.
And the minute he turns around,
his hair's on fire.
And whoosh, there's a burn mark.
Oh my god!
And it made me think of the movie. Where is it? It's right here.
That thing's nasty.
It's nasty. I'm like, yeah, okay, bye.
Okay, that goes straight to the garbage.
So I just thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
This is the one item that I found yesterday at a thrift store, and then the rest of them, I swear, they're from the bin. So this is brand new with tag, Disney mermaid. It's got it's the mermaid. It's
Ariel.
the Disney store, Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2X, but 2X sweatshirts, I mean, they sell well.
The kids wear them oversized.
Yes.
Our daughter does.
And it's got
the bigger the better.
that on the sleeves as well. So I got that sweatshirt, and then I do have the other, the other sweatshirt, same place. This is a Harajuku sweatshirt. It's sweet pastel peach. But I did find one like it, and I'm going to list this one for, I think, 50 or 60.
Nice.
So, okay. Moving on. I found, getting back into the toys, I find a lot of dollhouse stuff, Fisher Price,
it's a table.
My Loving Family.
You got to put it the right way.
What this
right
is, this is
orientation.
Little People. And what's unique about this is, can you see it? Can you see it?
I can see it.
It's Hanukkah.
It is Hanukkah.
And it's a musical table. And there is a set right now, a full set that's going for over $200.
So it's got the chairs and all this.
Yeah, it's got everything. But I know these typically by themselves can go, I'm probably going to do like 25.
Did you test it?
I will test it.
Okay.
This will light up. It'll probably go 25 or 30 for that.
Maybe
I
while you do this, I'll throw some batteries in it.
Yeah, I spent $1 on it. Another one still in the wrapper, Maisto. This is a good brand. I just scanned it. I think it was like $50, or not 50, 15. This one, again, it's easy to shoot front, back, do a side, get the condition of the box.
No, it was $5 million.
So that was an easy one. I'm gonna talk about this guy later. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull up. Okay, okay. Puzzle, but look at. Oh. It's a clown. It's a creepy clown, and it's sealed. And I think because of the topic, and of course I don't buy any puzzles if they're not sealed. I mean, They
Who
don't
wants
they
to
don't
count the
resell
pieces?
anyway.
Yeah.
It has to be sealed. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. They typically do well. I could probably get 15, 20 bucks for that guy. I think I'm gonna probably ask closer to 20 because of the clown. So
Cool.
I've said this before about I'm always on the lookout for vintage games. I'm just gonna go through all of these. This is a Royal Rummy game, and I am going to go through it. I believe all the pieces are there. I think I can get close to 30.
We just saw the video with Primetime Treasure. He
Yeah.
had Michigan Rummy.
Yeah, this is...
So the original game is Gin Rummy.
Okay,
if
this is
anything.
Rummy
This is
Royale. Is that like a Royale with cheese?
It is. They don't have the metric system.
Yeah, so anyway, okay, there's that one. Then leverage. I know I have to go through, again, I have to go through all the pieces, but even if they don't have all the pieces, I could probably still part them out and still make some good money off of them. Leverage, if this is intact and has all the pieces, I'm going to probably ask...
I've never heard of that one.
Close to 40 for this one. That was fun. And then I saved the best one here. Like, oh my god, this is like totally cool. Like, we could go shopping.
It's Blair Warner from Facts of Life.
And it's the Electronic Mall Madness game. Now, good news, bad news. The bad news is it does not have the electronic talking piece. I'm really kind of bummed about it. However, the good news is it has everything else. So I'm going to sell it. I'm going to part it out for pieces because people, you know, they find these games and they're obviously incomplete and they'll be looking for them. So I'll part it out. I'll sell it in the original box. The box, there's 3 corners that have been repaired, and then there's 1 corner that has that's intact.
So what do you think it's worth?
If this had everything, if it had the electronic in it, it would be over $100. But I'm gonna ask probably close to 40 for all the pieces because I've got everything else. I've got all the storefronts and the guys, the figures.
Got the credit card too?
No. Oh wait, I do have some.
Easy money. It says.
Yeah.
Cash and carry.
Oh, here's another jigsaw puzzle, and again it's sealed. And this one is a Whitman, and they do pretty well. And actually, they do pretty well. But I got this primarily. I think this one may have more value to it because the other Whitmans go for like only $10 or $12. I'm going to ask 20 for this one because it's Lake Placid. And it's kind of in the era of when the Winter Olympics.
Ah,
So,
Miracle on Ice.
Lake Placid, yeah. So,
Does it
okay.
have a date on it?
I don't think so.
The vintage looks right.
Okay, so, Brett, close your eyes.
I am.
This one is more of a nostalgia for our family, but it's a Northwest plane.
Oh, that is cool.
Okay, the bummer about it is it's missing
props
the
are
props.
all gone.
But there will be someone out there
You
that
know,
has
you
the
could
props.
Pull this one off and just leave it all plain.
Yeah,
And it'd just be a
it's
cool. It
pretty
would just
cool.
be.
It looks pretty cool. It's kind of heavy.
It is.
I don't know what kind of plane this is though. looking it up.
DC. It's got 4, so it would be a DC.
I don't know. It's cool, but it's got to weigh like
9. I don't know.
it's like a couple pounds, 2-3 pounds.
Look
I
at the
think.
tails odd too.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, that's pretty cool. So I thought you would enjoy that, B.
And this back when it was Northwest Orient, which of course they don't go by that anymore, and the colors are all different. But it's got the
Does it say
distinctive red
Northwest
tip.
Orient on
It
there? Or
does.
just Northwest. Oh, that might change the value.
It does because that's older.
Because Northwest Orient at you just said. Okay. That's good to know. I'll have to recheck it. Okay, so I saw this Ziploc laying in the bins. I was so excited. I was beside myself. And I'm still excited. I mean, all together, it's still worth decent money. These are little Polly Pocket cases. Now, they're not, and they have the characters in them, which is really cool. The good news is they have all the most of the characters. The bad news is they're not as old as I thought. So I'm gonna lot them up.
Like a hotel? What is it?
It's like a stage, a ballerina stage, and then this one is like a outdoorsy thingy, outdoor, like
Hot tub.
hammock and hanging out. This one actually is the coolest one. It's an arcade. The arcade one is pretty cool. And it's got separate arcade games to put in it. And they're all kind of mashed together in this baggie. All the characters in the game, some of the games. There's one of them, one of those riding motorcycle games. And then a mini star case that opens up as well. It's got one character in there.
Huh.
And then there's more characters here at the bottom. Anyway, there's 4 of the larger ones. I'm gonna lot them all up. One tinier one, smaller one. I'm gonna lot them up and probably put, I don't know, like 59 or 69 for all. I mean, it's still a good find. I just
Yeah,
thought
because you sold that hotel recently with a bunch of them, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With the mini, isn't that what you got? Like $60 for that? 50?
No, that was a Little Mermaid one.
Oh, that mermaid?
Yeah, it was a little pocket mermaid one, and I think I ended up I sold it for 50.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, the market's up and down. It fluctuates.
You gotta be able to get 50 for that.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so. The next thing I'm going to talk about is, again, I hate to say it's a toy, but it is. It's a gears go round. I got this. Actually, I did get it at the thrift store yesterday. It's got that sticker for $3.
Okay. You keep saying, "Oh, I didn't get any of this from the thrift store."
I know. I'm like,
I promise. Last thing.
okay, there's nothing else from the thrift store. I promise.
Oh.
Okay. This is vintage, as you can see, and it's got all the parts in it for building, and it's tape shut. But anyway, this should go for about $30. Now the other thing I have here, I'm trying to not stay away from. I'm trying to get more variety other than toys because I know it kind of gets old. I found a whole bag full.
Oh, yarn.
Of thread. And some of them are on these big spools for the industrial sewing machines. Some of them are on smaller spools, but this is clear. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of them. Some are brand new, some are not. Some are repeat colors. There's a whole bunch of them in here. I'm not going to go through them all, but anyway, I'm going to lot them up, and there is a market. I may put them in 2 lots, depending on the colors. But for this whole thing, between the 2 of them, I should be able to get close to $40.
Really?
For all those. Yep. And then
That's cool.
I found a couple things that were really interesting. This is interesting. I grabbed it just because I wanted to talk about it. I saw this box, and believe me, I rooted around for any parts whatsoever.
Beverly Hillbillies. Is that a model?
It's a model.
Oh, that's cool.
The good news is I found the cover and the instructions. The bad news is this is all I found. But I did find the instructions. So I'm thinking I may be able to, I don't know, I might be able to sell the cover. I don't know if anyone would want it, but I just thought it was interesting. I just thought, oh, you know, I looked it up. It was a learning experience nonetheless, but I'll probably end up selling the instructions for like, I don't know, $10 or something. The next thing I found was I normally don't pick up sheets, bedding. I just don't. When I picked this up, I thought it was curtains for a boys' room or girls, but it is definitely a vintage NFL print, and it's a twin top sheet, flat sheet.
Chicago Bears,
and I think Miami.
Giants in Miami.
Sure. Anyway, so you'd be surprised. I think I can
Kind
get
of an odd combo of teams on there.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
You've got NFC and AFC teams. Maybe they were teams in the playoffs that year.
Yeah,
Is that
maybe.
San Francisco?
Oh, you can tell me. It looks like Miami to me.
It is. Yep, San Francisco. So those must have been the playoff teams. You
Oh,
got
cool.
2 NFC and 2 AFC.
Okay.
Yeah, the Giants are in the NFC. I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask. Oh gosh, probably $20, 17, 20, somewhere in there, and I'll probably spend $1 on it, $1.50. The next thing I found, and I've talked about these before. These pop-ups. If they work, which this one does, they're worth some decent money. This one's probably worth about $25.
And it makes. Does
And-
it speaker?
Yes, it makes sounds, and the fact that it makes sounds makes it electronic. And yes, I will have to test it, but I spent $1 on it, and I'll price it at $27.19 is what I'm gonna price it at. So that's a nice, $26 profit right there.
Cool.
The last thing, I saved the best, most interesting thing to last. I found this. Oh, good, and it works. The Hanukkah table works.
It would
Thanks,
appear
Pete.
that way. Yep.
Cool. Well, we know that. Awesome. So I found this Rita Hayworth coloring book. And for those of you who are not familiar with Rita Hayworth, she was a famous actress. She was tragically killed in a car accident, and it's involving a truck. And if you are not aware of next time you're on the road, next time you're on the road and you see a semi in the back trailer, you'll see a bar that comes out.
Oh,
that bar is there for a
her?
reason. It was mandated. It was mandated shortly after her demise.
Went into the back and went underneath.
She was basically,
sad.
yeah, that's how she was killed. I'm not gonna. That's how she died.
That's
and
really sad. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So it was called the Rita Hayworth law, I believe, or bill when it passed. So anyway, this is a coloring book. Obviously, Rita Hayworth. It's been colored in, but it still has value. It's still probably worth, in the condition that this particular one is in, it's probably, oh, interesting, there's an article in here. See, that's why you have to go through these things, because you find, like, interesting stuff in
Chicken
here.
news.
Chicken news. Imperial chicken news. Again, but it's been colored in. The condition that it's in, now here, this is a blank page. Being that it's blank, it may up the value a little bit. It's probably worth about $25. So, at any rate. Yeah, and Rita Hayworth, like I said, she was very famous in the day, and I believe that at one point or another, my biological father may or may not have restored her Hackercraft boat, but that's another story for later. There's a lot more stuff that I got, but again, I just picked out some of the things I thought might be more interesting.
Yeah, that was cherry-picked from about 8 cajillion items that we have over in that pile. It's at the beginning, but great job, Grech.
Yeah, so thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.